Ironheart issue number 7. This is the Wasp issue, but it might as well be the Xavier issue because he gets some character development, some continued development from 2 issues back when he was the ride that they needed to pick him up. Like Ironheart keeps on discrediting him. No, he's not important. He's my friend. He's just this unsuperpowered, unspecial kind of guy. Nah, he's showing his value by providing that ride that issue, and also watching the kids while she went off to church to be part of that support group. And also in this issue, he is the one who figured out it's a zombie uprising. Doesn't last very long, which is my beef with comic books. Like, if you're telling me the whole city of Chicago is getting zombified, you might as well have just made this a War of Realms tie-in for that reason. That's what I think, because by now this is in between issue 5 and issue 6 of War of Realms. This should have just been that if it was up to me. In a shared universe, other superheroes should have shown up from Avengers Mountain, teleported into the scene when that happened. I was thinking, man, this might be the comic book of Ironheart that I'm not going to like, but it was pretty cool. It was very good again. It was another solid one. So Wasp joins Riri up in the laboratory. A few months back, Riri joined Unstoppable Wasp book, so it looks like there's a budding friendship. They made that Champions mobile bunker together with Brawn back when he was still Hulk powered. This is a relationship that's forming. Look at him shaking the hand of the Wasp, Nadia. Everything's cool, everything's great. She sees the zombie stuff happening, immediately thinks of her mom. That's the only one she has left. And until she starts making more friends, which is slowly happening, it's just her mom. Like, this Natalie is a freaking artificial intelligence, so that's immediately who she goes to. That's that great stuff that people who complain about her back when Bendis was writing, oh, she's unlikable. This is like completely the opposite of that. This is her being a human being. I never had a problem with the Bendis stuff. That's probably something I said in this review, in my previous reviews, but that's the way I feel about her. So Xavier King saves the day. It's a zombie uprising. Soon as Ironheart learns that, what does she do? I can tap into the city's surveillance. No second thoughts, because good and bad is black and white for her. Will it be good or will it help? Sure, I'm going to do it. Will I become the Queen of Latveria to help save people and end killing? Yes, I'll do it right away. It's consistent with the character. I've been reading on my Ironheart. Fight scene was cool. I like the art too, and I hated the art. So this is cool. This is like, I don't know what the writer tells the artist in their email or however it is they exchange notes of what they want drawn. But that's cool, man. We got the background. Is that not cool? That's the coolest thing ever. I love reading this comic just for moments like this. It feels like there's always that superhero posing, standoff kind of deal. So I love that. And the part I hate about the art, which is like the dead middle of the page, is this. At the bottom, you see there's 3 panels from my memory. And I wish that you could just move these panels, shuffle it down a little bit lower, because then I could see more of the center of the comic. I don't care too much about there's this part that's just continuing the image of that. Just move it a little bit lower. But I like that there are, is that a rhombus? What's the name? Parallelogram? I don't know my shapes. It's been a long time since grade 4. But I like that it's not a rectangle bland. It's just a comic book. Switch it up and be cool. So yeah, as I diss the art, I'm also complimenting it at the same time. Did this comic have a new villain for Ironheart? It absolutely did. The name is Eclipse. Now she handles her pretty easily. It's just one blast. But her purpose was served because we found out about her being a 10 rings. I think that was the moment where I'm like, okay, this is a good comic. So she's 10 rings related. It advances the story of that. At the end of the book, she figures I need help with Doctor Strange. Some magical person was going to help me out. He's on the cover of the next issue. So, with that being said, what a great-ass comic book. I love reading Ironheart every single month. I love reading her old issues and then reading the Champions to learn more about this character. She's amazing. And Xavier King, he did his thing. He made me laugh at the end with, I'm feeling sick again. Can I ride you again? And no, she said, no, you better take the bus because she doesn't want her hair to get vomited on, which is another normal thing that a normal human being would say if they had a miniature person sitting in their helmet talking about, I'm feeling sick. Ironheart. Before I go, here's the S.H.I.E.L.D. moment that I was referencing where they actually ask her to join. She's all, for who? For who? And she says, no. And her exact quote is, I just think that S.H.I.E.L.D. might be the devil, but I'm sure you're a very nice person. So the fact that herself, Ironheart, who states she has a valid criticism of your systematic abuse of power in the name of global protection, is actually overriding the what was it? It was surveillance system of the city to do her brand of good. That's either Shield is wearing off on her, or she just knows, I know I'm a good guy, therefore what I'm doing is good. I'm not using these cameras and using access for stealing or any other crime that she could be doing, because she hasn't done it since and she has faith in herself. So like, good is subjective in a sort of way. I don't know if they were going that deep, but I'm going that deep. Thank you for watching the channel. If you made it this far, press like.